Hi my loves, and welcome back to my sketchbook. Like we did a couple of weeks ago, we're just trying to keep up that regular drawing habit in the Inktober sketchbook this time, seeing what we can get done in an hour or less. While I quickly speed through the border and text portion of this page, since it's boring and it takes ages, let's just say I'm way behind. I wasn't sure if I would even film today because it might cut into my catching up time, but I thought this would be a great chance to talk with you guys about this exact topic. I get comments from people who haven't started yet or who fell behind right at the beginning, and they just want to know how to get back on track, or if it's even worth trying, if you should start from the day you're at and just miss the ones that you've missed, or if you should just quit and try again next year. And I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but you know my attitude to these kinds of things. Do what works for you. So at the start of today, I was 9 drawings behind. Yeah, haven't done any in over a week. So my plan was to do 3 every day for the next few days. Sometimes it's nice to wedge in a little sprint anyway. You can stay in the zone and it helps you either catch up or get ahead of yourself. At some point, if I can, I would love to get ahead, so I probably will do a few more sprints like this. But for now, I achieved my goal of 3 drawings. And yes, I am counting this as 3 drawings, even though they're all on one page, which is another point of mine when it comes to catching up. Now, I was already planning on having 3 drawings per page at this point because of the number of pages in this book and the layout of the next few pages that I have lined up. But if you haven't thought about doing something like this, it might be a good option if you need or want to catch up. Combine prompts, do one big piece or a few small ones that can be combined. And that's if you want to catch up, or you think you'll be able to, because there is nothing wrong with skipping a few days and jumping back in wherever it is that you currently are. The real challenge is persevering and doing as much as you can. And I talked about this in one of my older Inktober videos. I can't remember my exact opinion on it then, but I'm pretty sure that it was about the same as what it is now. There's very little that I would consider cheating. If you're copying someone else's work and claiming it as your own, yeah, cheating. Honestly, I can't think of anything else at the moment. Let me know below what you guys would consider cheating during Inktober. Bear in mind, the purpose of any art challenge, in my opinion, is to gain something from it for yourself, whether it's building a daily drawing habit, or getting better at using ink, or getting better at digital inking. However you manage to do that, as long as you're working on it, you're all good in my book. Now then, let's quickly talk about the stuff that I'm drawing. So to go with my theme of greenhouse essentials for potion makers and spellcasters, I thought one of the things that comes in handy in a lot of rituals and ceremonies and even recipes is smoke. The use of smoke of incense or wood or plants or herbs for cleansing or blessing or its other believed qualities has been going on for centuries all over the world. And I didn't want to get this confused with smudging, which is a very specific and very culturally important ceremony practiced by Indigenous or Native Americans. Just wanted to make that clear, because the more I read up on this, looking at what has historically been used in smoke rituals, I learned more about how the trend and popularization of smudging has affected Indigenous communities. Really interesting to read up on, and the ceremony itself. This Inktober project has actually taught me a lot. I think getting out of my box and adding more of a story to my work has really forced me to research and delve deeper into the things I'm drawing, which ends up breeding more ideas and more imaginativeness. So wish me luck catching up over the next few days, and don't forget to let me know what you would consider to be cheating and how you're getting along with Inktober now that we're halfway through. And if you have any advice for the people who have fallen behind like me, we would love any tips that you might have to catch up. But that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for the next one. Bye.